What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Open Table Sports Daily Recap. Again, it is me and Dom. What is going on, Dom?
Uh, you know, we're here. That's all. We only need us. The other guys are missing out.
Dom and I are growing our beards out. I could tell.
Yeah,
Dom
yeah.
knows. Dom knows I usually shave or whatever. I had a little weekend off. We had a little Open Table Sports road trip to New York City going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there for the weekend. We didn't do anything. I got back a little late from dinner on Saturday, had too much steak. I actually got in a fight at the restaurant on Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah. My steak was undercooked and so was my friend's. And yeah, it wasn't good.
It's unacceptable.
She got a prime rib. I got a New York sirloin. I wanted mine medium well. It came back like medium rare. Hers, she wanted medium rare. It came out raw.
Ooh, no, that's a no-go.
They walked it over the flame. Dom, I don't know if you're a steak fan or whatever.
I'm a big steak fan, so I know. I don't want my cow mooing. The way you're sounding, like you could hear the cow, like you could still hear him mooing. And
yeah,
that's not right.
Yeah. So we're going to get right into MLB. There's not really much today. There's no NBA. There's nothing else. Dom, mute yourself and then unmute just for me real quick. All right, talk.
Are we here? We good?
All right, I think that just might be for my microphone. Are you seeing the green dots on yours?
Yeah, I am.
All right, cool. Bingo. I just want to make sure. We're all good.
Yep.
Making sure there's no audio issues, making sure all the SIM cards are in for the right microphone sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to get into the Yankees. I woke up to this news. I woke up very late today. I have had a headache all weekend. Aaron Hicks signed a 7-year, $70 million extension. For you math wizards out there, that's $10 million per year. I'm not surprised by this, but I didn't think they were going to get this extension done right now. I think they're going to kind of see how he does during the season, but I like it. I think he's a top 5 center fielder in the MLB.
Yeah, he's definitely underrated. I feel like no one outside of the Yankees talks about him. So,
No.
And he really kind of took over the center field starting job, and he solidified his position just like Judge has solidified his right field position. It's just that left field that's kind of a rotating spot right now.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with outfielding. I know Bryce Harper's still out there. Maybe the Yankees sneak in. I heard something today about the Dodgers maybe signing him for over $300 million. I know they cleared up a lot of cap space. They made some room in the outfield, and they are still in talks with the White Sox about Jock Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, we'll
see what happens there. I don't know. So many things are happening. I know there were some rumors out yesterday about Bryce Harper signing with the Padres. He had an offer on the table, but then the Padres said they didn't. But Dom, tell me this. If you offered someone a contract, would you come out and say you did, or would you be like, no, we never offered him one?
Usually you'd be like, I don't know. It works either way. I mean, you don't want to give away your hand, so that's why you wouldn't.
Well, because you also don't want to seem stupid. Because say I offered you a job opportunity and you said no, it makes me look like a clown because you're basically like, no, I don't want to work for you. You know what I mean? And it kind of seems stupid to them because you have Machado say yes to you, and then you have Bryce be like, no. Like that kind of shows like, wow.
Especially with the numbers on it, because they were saying 9 for 320. That was crazy because that's 20 more million total for Bryce Harper than Machado in one last year. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
The guy who told me that, he actually works for the Chargers.
It's right. That's used to be the same town.
Yes. As I said on previous podcasts, it's only like an hour or two away. I've done the drive before. Mm-hmm. Whatever. I got my Brewer shirt on, everyone. It's the Hater jersey, the Haterade, best reliever in baseball. I heard talks at the end of last season that they wanted to make him a starter because of how good his arm was. Like durability. But Yankees signing Aaron Hicks, I like this. Brewers have a top 5 center fielder, if not the best, in Lorenzo Cain. Trout is up there, center fielder. Charlie Blackmon, he's up there. So, there are some good center fielders. A very underrated one is Kevin Pillar.
I agree. No one's talking about Kevin Pillar, and you know what? He gets the job done.
He makes a lot of good plays. You know who else makes great plays and who could, like, if Aaron Hicks did get injured or traded, whatever it may be, jumps off a cliff, who knows? But is Aaron Judge? I think he could play good in center.
I mean, he's got the ability. I think he's just a better right fielder because the right fielder just generally has the best arm and the biggest arm. So you know, he could play center field. I mean, he said he was open to it if they were to get Bryce.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I like the signing. It's not too much. I think it's a steal. $10 million per year. I think what makes it very good is that he's a switch hitter.
Yeah, and the Yankees have.
He's the only switch hitter in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even have a lot of lefties. Didi's injured. Gardner, he's not like a power or like a hitting left-hander. He's just the leadoff guy who could take pitches, get walks, and steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we don't have like a good left-handed batter. So Hicks definitely helps.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be shocked if he sees some leadoff this year. Say Gardner needs a day of rest, whatever it may be. Hicks could be a leadoff candidate.
He could.
Definitely. And then you could have Judge in 2, Stanton in 3, and then Sanchez in 4. Then in the 5, you see maybe Torres, maybe Tulowitzki. You saw his home run today?
Yeah, no, that was good. Obviously, feel the power.
That was a belcher to right. It's pretty good. So now we're going to get into our other, The Rock is backstage at Raw. So we'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Tonight's going to be a good Raw, man. I'm telling you. I'm going to be watching that shit. So Dale Earnhardt Jr., not senior, will run a throwback number 8 car at Darlington in the Xfinity race later this year. What do you think about that one there, Dom?
Well, we knew he was going to run the Xfinity race, and he was setting up to run the 8 car because he brought it back to his team that he owns. So it's going to be interesting. It's a really old car. They can't run the classic Budweiser 8 now because Teresa Earnhardt will sue him if they do, because she's like the witch of NASCAR. Ever since Dale Sr. died, she became the witch of NASCAR. Kind of just destroyed everything, the legacy of Dale and his team, and her kids hate her, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's not too good. Yeah. But as you can see the back over here, you can see the caps of them, the Boost Oxygen. Shout out to Boost Oxygen. Yeah, racing. I'm starting to get into racing more. Ever since Dom and I became friends, we've been learning a lot from each other.
Yeah.
He's learned a little bit WWE, UFC. I've got a little NASCAR from him. So I'm starting to get – the reason why I'm getting into hockey more is because my hockey team is now 20-0. Also because I'm not watching NBA this year. That's the thing. Not watching NBA and joining fantasy hockey. I mean, my fantasy hockey team is 20-0. I'm about to beat this clown this week because it's the only girl in my league. I'm not saying, she doesn't, whatever. I'm not saying that feminism stuff. I'm just saying, like, she has 9 players from the San Jose Sharks on her team. That's why her team is awful.
Is she a Sharks fan?
Well, Dom, what do you think?
I mean, hey, I don't know much. I don't know many San Jose Sharks fans. I mean,
and her team name is Teal Lover.
Oh, they're a teal team, But no,
everyone.
Sometimes, sometimes you like those people that only pick for their team because they're gonna be garbage. But then sometimes it gets annoying because, like, okay, you just took every player. I think someone did that in our fantasy baseball league in our draft. Someone took
probably Big Daddy, who's watching right now, actually. The Guardian of Chaos. Go follow him on Twitter. Big Daddy GOC. So I've shouted him out enough on this. He shouts out the Cream Team on our other podcast, Mario Chaos and the Kid. Mm-hmm. Go check that one out. We're rolling out. I don't know if we're going tomorrow or Thursday. But, yeah. Dom, I'll bring you down there one day.
Yeah.
MPK podcast. We got the Open Table Sports podcast on Friday rolling out. Episode 11.
Yeah.
Got a big one.
We started, the intro music's got to get the people in. I mean, you got to hear that intro music. That's
the
intro
best.
music it's the best intro music I know.
Oh yeah, made by Natalie Connor in Milford, Connecticut.
And I don't know if you saw, but I threw it at the outro of the last one when we put it on SoundCloud. I threw like 30 seconds outro.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next we're going to get into the NFL. A little bit of shocking news from today. This is really shocking. Even though he's not like a top tier receiver, it's still like, what are you doing? Because their receivers are already terrible. And a team that wants to run first, receivers are pretty valuable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because say you do need to go to that passing style quick. Like say the run game isn't working. Then you need to go to the passing game. It's not that hard. The Ravens released wide receiver Michael Crabtree. What are your thoughts on this, Dom? We were all confused. I know the group chat was like, what's going on?
I don't like it. You know, he was kind of that veteran presence, and he could have been one to help Lamar Jackson. You know, a nice, comfortable target, you know, that's got good hands. You know, he's going to make catches. But now, who's the Ravens' number one? John Brown?
John Brown's actually a wide receiver. I mean, free agent. I don't because we're talking about wide receivers so much.
So who's the Ravens number one now? I mean, Willie Snead.
Willie Snead's there. They're loaded at tight end. Their running back is more of like a committee. So I mean, it's not like they don't have one prime guy. They have like 3 like mid-tier guys, which makes up to be like a pretty good. I guess you could say. Offensive line is still pretty good. I mean, I don't know. Just like receiver's going to be a major problem for them.
Yeah, I don't know that unless they're going for a big, you know, offseason on wide receivers. But I don't know. I don't like it. I just think they needed Crabtree there to at least have something to build around. And right now they got no one to build around.
They have no, I mean, unless they're going to go big for like I just can't see it. Can you imagine if they signed Le'Veon Bell?
I couldn't see that. I just don't think it would. Yeah, I'm looking here. Willie Snead's their number one, and then Chris Moore.
No, but like, say they sign Bell, that would make their RPO, their run pass option for people who don't know what that is. That would make it 10 times better with Jackson and Bell. Can you imagine that?
You know, if you watch Sunday Night Football, Chris Collinsworth, you'll know what the RPO is. I think that's like the one thing he knows. That's the only thing he knows while he's in the booth, especially when the Eagles are playing. Just when the Eagles are playing, you know, he's calling them RPOs. But I mean, I'd say the Ravens should go after Antonio Brown, but there is no way in hell the Steelers are letting Antonio Brown go to the Ravens.
Yeah, the only way I can't even see a way that's happening.
And I got to say that throw right there was definitely better than Lamar Jackson against the Chargers. I got to give you credit there.
He was even throwing passes backwards, too.
Yeah.
Fumbles there. He fumbles the ball a lot.
He does.
He's a good runner. He's a good runner. You see the way he runs the ball? I actually have a football right here. Oh, so. I got a football right here.
There you go.
He runs with the ball like out like this.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing.
He fumbled twice without no one touching him against the Chargers.
Yeah, one of them, he was running just straight up like this, and he just dropped it. Like, that's how Odell runs sometimes, and I'm surprised he still keeps the ball, you know, in his hand.
I guess he's so confident in his speed. He's, you know, going downfield. He's confident in his speed.
You're running. I think the faster you run holding the ball like that makes it more susceptible to be dropped.
Yeah.
The arm is moving more.
But I mean, I think his hands are just so good. He has so much trust in his hands, and because wide receivers, it's different. But you know, backwards passes. Like, did you see that AAF game where the quarterback? It was against Atlanta. He just threw it backwards.
I'm in and out for the AAF games. I'm like, I'll switch in and I'll watch a little bit of it, but I'm not really like, I can't sit there and watch a full game because it's just, it's like watching like, I don't know, like little. It's like all the rejects from the NFL.
I mean, Christian Hackenberg was playing and he got benched because he threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, he has no touchdowns either, no wins.
Yeah,
so got nothing. It's literally all the NFL rejects.
Yeah.
They were all drafted in the late rounds, and now they're in the AAF.
I think it'll be better next year. They'll actually get like college talent that doesn't get drafted. Because some players that don't get drafted are really good. They, even the late round picks are good. They just, you never know.
Yeah. You saw it got sold for like $250 million.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We should have bought it.
Yeah. Missed our shot.
Yeah. So next we're going to go into some weird moves that the Panthers are doing. They released Julius Peppers a little bit earlier, and then he retired. Defensive back Captain Munnerlyn, they released him. That's a little weird. And they released safety Mike Adams. The team said they want to go young on defense. They want more of like get into like the Legion of Boom type of thing. Get that in there, like start young and then like build them from there.
Yeah.
So, like, you have them for a long time, not just sign like a bunch of veterans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Munnerlyn was getting up there in age. He's been with the Panthers. I think has he been with the Panthers his whole career? Because I feel like if not,
he has. He's like popped in and out. I think.
Yeah.
I think he made. Here, let me look that up. Captain Munnerlyn. I think I'm gonna name when I have a kid. I'm gonna name him Captain.
It's a good name.
Captain Munnerlyn. Let's go to Wikipedia. Sorry for the delay, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, he was with the Panthers 2009 to 2013, then the Vikings from 2014 to 2016, and then back with the Panthers 2017 to 2018. So,
okay. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know where he could go now. I don't know. He's been in the league for a while. I mean,
he's only had 12 interceptions in, like, over 10 years in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's not that good as a cornerback. That's not that good.
You should be at least averaging 2 to 3 at the minimum.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 11 seasons in the NFL. And he has 12. That's basically one. That's one per year. That's awful.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw last year Alec Ogletree, a linebacker, got 5 in 1 year. So I think he should be averaging 4 to 5 at the minimum as a corner.
Especially because, like, he's not like a crazy name that needs to be signed, but he's like a good name. He's like a mid-tier cornerback.
Yeah,
he's got 12 interceptions. I didn't even know that.
He could definitely fill in if like a team gets an injury at corner or
I wouldn't be opposed to the Chargers signing him because I want them if they re-sign Jason Verrett. The only way I'm allowing the Chargers to we'll get to the Chargers in a second because they re-signed defensive back Jalen Watkins. That was official today. But the only way I'm going to allow them, like I'm the freaking GM, the only way that I'm going to allow them to sign Jason Verrett from my standpoint is if it's filled with incentives. You sign basically what Kareem Hunt has.
Yeah.
1 year, $1 million, filled with incentives, and you have control after the 1 year. Because after this year, Kareem Hunt is a restricted free agent, so they decide where he goes.
Yeah.
Basically. You know what I mean? Like, they don't say, like, oh, you're going here, you're not going there. But if people understand the rules of restricted and unrestricted, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, it's going to get messy this offseason. I'm telling you. The class isn't very good. When the top quarterback is Teddy Bridgewater, you have a problem. And once Le'Veon Bell goes, who's the top running back? TJ Yeldon? Mark Ingram? Mark Ingram's older, and TJ Yeldon's like mid-tier.
Yeah.
There's no running backs. Who's your top wide receiver? Des Bryant? And then who's next? Golden Tate?
Yeah.
Michael Crabtree?
Very weak free agency this year.
Yeah, I mean, well, Le'Veon Bell, obviously that's big. But, I mean, other than that, at running back?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a feeling that we're going to have another long-awaited signing by Bell.
Yeah, no, I think it's inevitable, especially with him.
As we said on previous podcasts, he's looking pretty hefty right now.
Oh, yeah. He joined that Eddie. He got on that Eddie Lacy diet.
Yeah, he just signed a new sponsor, Le'Veon Taco Bell.
Yeah. I think it's he's going to make some money.
Yeah. So next we're going to move into the Browns re-signing left tackle Greg Robinson on a 1-year deal. I like this. Greg Robinson, former number 2 pick overall. I think it was by the Rams. But that's still good for the Browns.
And he started the last 8 games of the season last year, and that's when the Browns really kind of picked it up.
And he's a big body, too.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about this re-signing for the Browns?
Hey, that's good. They bring back someone that played the last 8 games, so it keeps some familiarity on that line. It'll help the line kind of stay together, build the chemistry.
He's 6'6", 340.
That's a big dude.
Yeah.
So I think Baker will like that. And
he's not even that old either. He was drafted in 2014.
Yeah.
So he's fairly new, and he's 26.
Mm-hmm. So he's got longevity. If he performs this year, he could get a longer contract of like 4 or 5 years after this one.
Yeah. Because this is more of like a prove it deal. Because they signed him, I think, to a 1-year deal last year. So now they're signing him to another. I got to stretch out. I was sitting all day. You know how UB works. They got us sitting in these uncomfortable chairs.
Oh, yeah. No.
It's University of Bridgeport. I got to change English classes, man. My professor's awful.
Oh, yeah. My English class was pretty boring.
I don't know why all English professors, not all of them, but the majority of them, someone else said this to me. Like, I kind of thought about it. I was like, yeah, they're like, all English teachers are kind of weird.
Yeah, no, I agree. Right. They kind of, they're weird in different ways, but still weird. Like, our mass comm professors, I like them. I like our communication professors. I think they're the better ones. They're the best ones I've had so far here.
You know the best fun fact about the Open Table Sports team? Only one of us isn't in college.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And that's Kyle. And he's a newly acquired member. And that's crazy.
Well, if you can't,
most of us are in college. 10 out of the 11 of us are in college.
Well, actually, Kevin isn't, if you count Kevin.
Oh, he's a senior in high school.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. But most of us are in school, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
He's basically in college. He's there.
Mm-hmm.
Senior year is basically college.
Yeah.
Senior year is college.
Does anyone really try?
What was that?
Does anyone really try senior year?
No, I mean, it's always that like September to like December. You're like, yeah, not December, probably like October or November. Yeah. So you're like, yeah, let's go. And then never mind, college is right here. Let me just get out of here. But next, we're going to get into the NHL. Dom, if you want to take over from here.
All right. So,
you can.
So one of the biggest trades today was definitely the Rangers. Their center, Kevin Hayes, they traded him to the Winnipeg Jets for left winger Brendan Lemieux, a 2019 first-round pick and a conditional pick. This is a big trade because, Kevin Hayes has been a Ranger for a long time now. And now he's gone, but the Rangers getting that first-round pick, that's huge for them. The Rangers are building on picks. They have so many picks, it's ridiculous. They're going to be probably the youngest team here come,
You got to watch out for my Kings, too. They're getting fleeced by the Tampa Bay Lightning right now. In the first 10 minutes, they're already down 2-0. Not even 8 minutes. The first 8 minutes are down 2-0.
Yeah, the Lightning seem to have that effect on teams.
Literally everyone.
So the Rangers, they just got rid of Matt Zuccarello the other day, and he scored in his first game with the Stars, and now he's out 3 to 4 weeks with an upper body injury. So not the start to his Dallas career.
That was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like they took the shot right to his left arm. He tried to block it. He went down immediately. I felt that one. I felt that one.
Tony, I think hockey's the most dangerous sport. I'm holding to it.
I would have to say football because it's more of like constant hitting, and the basis of the game is hitting. Like to stop a play, you have to hit someone. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, I think in football or baseball, I think in every sport, just like hockey, let them fight. If 2 guys want to fight, let them do it. Let them go at it until one guy's on the ground.
To a certain extent, yeah, till they get to the ground, I think.
Yeah, that's what they do in hockey. Once someone's to the ground, that's it. And then you get penalized your 5 minutes. And that's, you move on with your life. Because I think these benches clearing brawls are useless in baseball. because and then the bullpen guys looking like idiots. They start running in. The whole fight's already over by the time they get there.
Yeah, and then they're punching each other with their helmets on in football. It's dumb.
Yeah.
In baseball, they're few and far between. So, I mean.
Yeah.
But.
Back to that topic on hand. We'll go to another big trade I, thought, of today. The Golden Knights, they traded left winger Oscar Lindberg and defenseman Eric Brandstorm to the Senators for right wing Tobias Lindberg and right wing Mark Stone. Biggest player in this trade being Mark Stone. He's had an amazing year, and he actually signed an 8-year, $76 million contract extension with the Golden Knights after being traded there. It's a huge pickup for the Golden Knights, and I think this could set them up to maybe, try to defend their Western Conference title.
Also, the extension they got him on was good.
8 years, $76 million. It averages out to $9.5 million a year. I think it's a steal.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking Knights versus Lightning.
That could be a good font. That could be good. Watch out for the Blackhawks, obviously, with their latest run. It's all about momentum.
For the Sharks as well.
Yeah. The West is up in the air.
Yeah.
I think anyone can get the West. Yeah, and then the East, I mean, if someone stops the Lightning, then that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to the Wild. They signed center Eric Stahl with a 2-year contract extension. Eric Stahl getting up there in age. I think 2 years is good for him.
Oh, yeah, that's a good deal.
Blackhawks goalie Corey Crawford is back on the active roster after being out for a while. And that sends goalie Colin Delia down to the minors in Rockford. So we'll see if the Hawks can get Corey Crawford back into the swing of things, and he could join them on their little winning streak they're putting together.
All right, Dom, we're done. I'm trying to rush off of here. Roman Reigns is about to come on. He's about to give his update. Dom and I will stay on after. We'll be chatting wrestling together, not live, obviously, because we're not going to watch Raw with everyone here together. Yeah. So we'll be back tomorrow with the daily recap, possibly, depending on schedules. But most likely we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for listening, everyone. This has been the Open Table Sports Daily Recap for February 25th, 2019.